Hello tennis fans around the world. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're discussing a topic that's been buzzing in the tennis community. Carlos Alcaraz sets new milestone by overtaking Andy Murray's time as world number one. Before we dive into this exciting topic, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future videos. Carlos Alcaraz may have skipped the Shanghai Masters, but the world number one continues to set new records for himself. Alcaraz's decision to skip the Shanghai Masters was a smart one after his injury scare during his Japan Open winning campaign. The star will return to action at the Six Kings Slam as the world number one competes with Jannik Sinner, Novak Djokovic, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Taylor Fritz, and Alexander Zverev. Ahead of the Spaniards' return to Saudi Arabia, the world number one has broken new ground by surpassing an Andy Murray record. Carlos Alcaraz celebrates 42 weeks as world number one. Alcaraz surpassed Jannik Sinner as the world number one after defeating the Italian in 4 sets at the U.S. Open final. During 2 of his stints as world number one, the Spaniard has now spent 42 weeks at the top of the ATP Tour rankings. Alcaraz's 42 weeks as the top have surpassed those of 3-time Grand Slam champion Murray, who spent 41 weeks as world number one in 2016 and 2017. The Spaniard's time at the top of the world number one ranking has already surpassed several high-profile stars in the sport, including Boris Becker, Wilander, and Andy Roddick. Alcaraz will likely keep hold of the world number one spot heading into the 2026 season due to Sinner's withdrawal at the Shanghai Masters. Carlos Alcaraz's schedule at the Six Kings Slam. Alcaraz is looking to win his first Six Kings Slam after losing in the final to Sinner at the inaugural event in 2024. The star has received a bye, alongside Djokovic, straight into the semifinals of the event due to their Grand Slam winning record. The Spaniard will play the winner of Zverev and Fritz in the semi-final of the tournament. With $6 million on the line, Djokovic will play the winner of Sinner or Tsitsipas as he looks to bounce back from his Shanghai Masters defeat to Valentin Vachereau. As the latest ATP rankings roll out, the men's circuit is settling into a fascinating balance of dominance and disruption. Carlos Alcaraz maintains his grip on the world number one spot, but Jannik Sinner continues to chase closely behind. With the season entering its decisive stretch, the mix of consistency at the top and volatility below paints an intriguing picture of the post-Big Three. Here at Alcaraz holds firm at the top. Carlos Alcaraz remains the ATP's top-ranked player with 11,340 points, despite losing 200 this week due to not playing the Shanghai Masters. His consistency across surfaces continues to set him apart from his peers. While he has not added a new title this week, his earlier season triumphs still give him a comfortable cushion over the field. At just 22, Alcaraz's blend of power, touch, and mental poise keeps him the sport's benchmark, the standard by which the next generation measures itself. Just behind him, Jannik Sinner sits at number 2 with 10,000 points, narrowing the gap slightly but losing 950 points this week since he was unable to defend his title. Sinner's challenge for the top spot has been one of 2025's key storylines. Though the Italian has not yet overtaken Alcaraz, and the feat seems unlikely, his steady improvement and court maturity suggest it is only a matter of time before he does in 2026. Both players have shared several marquee battles, fueling what could become the defining rivalry of the next decade. Sinner unfortunately had to retire in his second round in Shanghai to Tallinn Greekspor due to cramps. Alexander Zverev holds firm at number 3 with 5,930 points, shedding just 50 points. The German's return to form after his injury-plagued 2023 season has been one of last year's success stories. Yet this year he has lacked that poise needed to make a statement victory or maiden Grand Slam. Though he still trails Alcaraz and Sinner by a wide margin, his ability to consistently reach the latter stages of tournaments, including his strong Masters showings, has stabilized his position near the top. In fourth, Taylor Fritz remains the highest-ranked American, sitting on 4,645 points. Just behind him, Novak Djokovic, now 38 years old, sits fifth with 4,580 points after a 250-point drop. While his reduced schedule limits his opportunities to gain points, his presence in the top 5 underscores his remarkable longevity. Djokovic's results remain strong when he does play, but the Serbian is increasingly selective with appearances, focusing on majors rather than week-to-week ranking battles, despite still competing in Shanghai this week. Ben Shelton, one of the ATP's most exciting young stars, holds sixth with 4,100 points, down slightly this week as he seems to still be recovering from his U.S. Open shoulder injury. Alex de Minaur remains seventh with a 200-point gain, while the Italian surge continues at number 8, where Lorenzo Musetti climbs with 3,645 points, despite only making the round of 16 in Shanghai. This week also sees Jack Draper drop to number 9, a consequence of ongoing injury recovery that has limited his tournament appearances. Rounding off the top 10 is Karen Khachanov, who is set to drop from there unless he defends his Almaty title this week, and Rune does not win his first 2 rounds over at Stockholm. Further down, France's Arthur Rinderknecht makes the biggest leap inside the top 30, up 26 places to number 28, following an impressive run to the Shanghai Masters final that netted him 620 additional points. However, the star of the week has to be Valentin Vacherot's extraordinary climb, up 164 spots to number 40. The Monegasque is the week's standout surge, signaling a breakout moment for the 26-year-old from Monaco, as he fought through qualifying and secured his first-ever ATP 1000 title. Other notable movers include Zizou Bergs, who jumps 5 spots to 39th, and Arthur Cazot, up 12 to 58th, after stringing together solid challenger-level performances. Veteran Marin Cilic also edges upward to 92nd as he continues his comeback from injury. Some high-profile players have seen steep declines. Pedro Martinez drops 16 places to number 89 after losing points from previous strong results, while Tomas Machak falls 7 spots to number 30, reflecting inconsistent results. Veteran Gael Monfils, at 39, slips 10 places to number 65 as his schedule becomes more selective as he retired in the first round of the Chengdu Open, while Francisco Comisana, 6, and Alexei Popyrin, 8, also experienced notable slides. Nonetheless, with only a handful of tournaments remaining in 2025, the race for the ATP Finals and year-end rankings remains tense. Overall, the ATP rankings reflect a fascinating mix of experience, emerging talent, and the fragility of momentum in men's tennis. Thereby, the closing weeks of 2025 are set to be a compelling showcase of resilience, form, and opportunity on the ATP Tour.